Recorded me doing a TikTok last night about the stars. And I mean it was real nice. It was real nice. And my daughter was chiming in, my oldest daughter. To be honest, she sounds kinda like me. So you can't really tell if she's my oldest daughter or my youngest aunt. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I thought we could maybe her and I do some recordings like this, you know? 'Cause I mean, she does a really good Russian. You know, she does a really good Russian impersonation. She also does a really good Peter. What the hell's Peter's last name? Griffin. Peter Griffin from the yeah, and she does Patrick real good too from SpongeBob. And but she was trying to pipe in. She was trying to take my 5 minutes of fame, my 5 minutes getting to say what I had to say about some shit and the stars, especially. When me and my son never get to look at the stars together, you know? Shoot, I can't usually see him past 6 p.m. on a weeknight. 8 on a weekend. And it was a Friday night. Oh my God, my aunt was so mad. I can't even believe how angry she was. So, yeah. I can't do it with her. Because I was talking like this. It was more like this, you know. I was pushing real hard. Like Selena Spooky Boo. She is gonna shit her pants one day. I really hope she gets it. I really hope it's not like when she's in a hotel, you know, because she won't have the house recordings. And yeah, then she's really gonna have to go up to the front desk and she's gonna have poo on her. And that's not gonna be cool. Anyways, I love you guys. I thought I'd tell you that I really want to talk to my daughter about doing some of these recordings. Like where she does the... Yeah, because she's Russian, you know, and she does Russians. Very good. She does that Russian very good. I have a very good, maybe it's not Russian, maybe it's Ukrainian. I'm not sure. But I'm really all over the place. I'm trying to get my fucking bag sewed here because I ripped a hole in one of my favorite bags. I gotta sew that up. I gotta throw away my leftover chili. I did not spill the chili. I did spill my slushie. No tea. I think I had a little bit of Red Bull in it, but yeah, I spilled my Red Bull slushie. My son is staying the night at my grandmother's house again tonight, but because my aunt was trying to tell me that it was my bedtime last night. I love this. I love my aunt. I really do. I love her, and I know exactly why she's doing the things that she's doing. You know, I understand exactly why she's getting frustrated, and why I'm the target of her frustration. I understand all of the things. At least I can imagine what her reasons are. Because I certainly cannot imagine that she's angry with me for being awake and walking in and outside of a home at like 1:45 in the morning. I can't imagine that is really her big issue as to why she would want to scream almost bloody murder in the middle of the night and start throwing things around, you know, at 1:45 in the morning, you know, because everyone is trying to sleep. And I'm being as quiet as a church mouse pissing on cotton. And she's starting to yell at me. And, of course, I'm causing an issue. I'm keeping everyone awake. The whole fucking neighborhood can hear me. You know? So, obviously, I'm doing something wrong. And being that I have grown up with a person who behaved this exact way, even when it was just to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, you know, like you had to make sure that you held it until daybreak, or you knew you were going to piss him off somehow or another. So you have no idea how many nights I wished I was a boy so I could just pee out my window, like, and literally to the point of almost tears at times, because, you know, like you would wake up and like, I don't ever have to pee at night. I can always wait until morning. It's never, like, obviously I have a UTI or something's going on, or I drank too much water today, something, fuck, And, like, I would be crying, like, oh, my God, I would, please. And thankfully, they put me right by the bathroom as I got older. Like, oh, my God, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. You know, because I didn't want to wait. I didn't want him to be awake, because he'd be awake until, like, 4 o'clock in the morning, to hear me using the restroom or see me using the restroom. Because he'd have something he'd have to tell me about, something he'd been angry about, something that that he made a much bigger issue or problem than what it was, because of the fact that he was so angry about something else, and like somebody did something at work, or he's gonna have to buy he's gonna have to pay for his brakes to get fixed or something on the car, or he bought something that we really couldn't afford, and now we're gonna have to go without something else, so he's gotta he spent too much money, so now he's got to be angry at someone, because my mom's going to be angry at him. So he's got to, like, preemptively anger. So instead of focusing on the fact that he did something wrong, we have to make my wrong bigger than his wrong. It's all these things. And my aunt's doing that right now. And I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of big wrongs. I have huge big wrongs. But the thing about it is that no matter how many wrongs I've had, and no matter how many wrongs I will continue to have, because sometimes I don't think before I act. Sometimes I lack the present mind. I lack the mindset of being there all the time. It does happen that I get triggered and I don't even know that I'm getting triggered, because we have so many traumas that we've repressed, and some of them we have repressed so well we don't even know. Anyway, that all being said, no, I'm not perfection. I have not been perfect, nor do I expect or anticipate becoming perfect at any point in any life. At this or any lifetime or any dimension, because then what would I be? I don't know of any being that in its perfect condition is being. And everything vibrates. Everything in existence vibrates. So therefore, everything in existence is constantly in flux. So there cannot be something perfect. It would have to be It would have to be still, solid, and immovable in order to be perfect. Because if you move it any other way, then it has now changed form, and therefore is no longer perfect, because there is only perfection itself. See what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't know. It's 7:45 on the screen. 8:22 is the length of time I'm talking to you. I don't know if those numbers mean jack. They probably don't. My uncle's middle name is Jack. Roscoe Jack Myers. Doesn't that sound like a James Bond character, or like I know it was Roscoe P. Coltrane. I know there's that guy, but it's funny because his nickname was Rock. And my favorite things, besides my children, of course, are stone, gemstones. And what's even more funny is that my grandma Myers, my great grandma Myers, she wanted my mom to name me Crystal, which is like a rock, but more like a stone. Like a rock. No, I'm just kidding, but that was a Chevy commercial, right? Chevy, like a rock. Yep, okay. Where do these things come from? Anyways, Rock Jack. Jack Rock. Okay. Well, I just needed to say something in there for someone, for some reason. And especially for me. Don't strive for perfection, sweetie. You gotta just try to strive for flow. Just Nobody's trying to paddle downriver. At least I mean apparently that's seems to be what people want my grandma to do. Hurry up and paddle downriver. We can't stand watching you go through this thing where you forget everything all the time. You don't know what the hell's going on. Dude, she's living her best life. Chilling up in that freaking easy chair right now. Just like, oh, people are crazy. Whatever. Yeah. She's like a cat napping all the time. The problem is she's like a cat napping all the time in the exact same spot. You know? I mean, she might want a little adventure. Like, just road trips would probably be cool for her. I think it'd be cool for her. Not like outdoor camping, but like just driving around, going to see scenery, the scenery, you know, maybe going by the water. Maybe if there's like a really short beach with, like in Ferrisburg, they have a wheelchair ramp to like halfway down the beach. I think they should have it all the way down the beach, to be honest with you, because as a woman who loves the water, I want to put my feet right in it. Shit, just pull me out of my wheelchair and put my ass right in it. As it should be, you know? It's as it should be. I don't know. I miss being in the water, and I cannot get warm quick enough because, you know, I don't have that I can't acclimatize to the water like I can acclimatize to the air. You know, my blood is a different temperature now. And my skin apparently has a different function. And it's not as tough as it used to be. I never wanted to have thick skin, you know? I didn't want to have thick skin. I didn't want to be like a crocodile. Cocodrile. Cocodrillo. Cocodrillo? Yeah, cocodrillo. I did not want to be like a cocodrillo. I wanted to be able to be... I wanted my heart to be able to melt. I wanted to be able to feel things and experience things and have all the ups and the downs. I didn't want people to think that all I ever was down. And I certainly didn't want people to think that I didn't care about anything either. So all I ever was, you know, just blissed out as fuck. The thing about it is that it was a induced blissed out as fuck place that I would go. And somehow it didn't make sense that I would go to the blissed out as fuck place with what I induced it by, because I would get drunk and become blissful. And the only reason that I was blissful when I was drunk was because I realized that was where I could be when I didn't give a fuck about what anybody thought. I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I didn't care about anybody else and their opinions. See, but then I started to not care about their feelings either. In the beginning, their opinions didn't matter, because all I used to think about was what their opinion was of me. I wanted them to have a good opinion of me, but I also wanted their feelings to be good about me. Your feelings can be, I love my daughter so much, but I have a feeling of disappointment. I love my daughter so much, and I have a feeling of such joy for her being in a place of pride, but not vanity, you know? I wonder if my daughter thinks I'm a good mom. No. I know that I did the best I could for my daughter, and I'm going to continue to do the best I can for my 3 children, no matter what. And so for right now, they may all think I'm just the biggest asshole on the face of this planet. Hell, they might not even know that I am their mother. But I'm not confused. And I'm going to continue to do the best I know how to be the best kind of a person I know on this planet. So that every time I see them, when I see them, I am showing up as my best self. And everyone else's opinion around me, including their opinion of me, doesn't matter. If they say something that might hurt my feelings, I have to brush it off. I don't let that hurt my feelings. Because my feelings of them are of love. They can't help that if their opinion of me was negative. I'm going to show them and show them and show them and show them and show them. They have no reason to have a negative opinion of me. I'm going to show them that my feelings for them are loving. Because they started off loving me. I was their mother. I was like a god to them. And then they grew up thinking that because I was not there, or couldn't be there, or didn't have the time for them, or didn't allot my time out correctly, or decided that I could just let go of the opinions of others, that I could let go of how I felt about others too, and how I showed up for others, and I could stop caring about how they felt about me as well, even if they were my kids, right? 1722. Oh, fine. I wanted to tell you. I hope it's here. There's a pattern to the pattern to the pattern. And 1744. I love all 3 of my children. I love all of my children. We all know there's more than 5 of them out there. And I'm not talking about running the streets. I'm talking about, excuse me, and they didn't come back, you know. If each individual child is one individual child of mine, as far as, like, that's our role in this life. That's our role in this life. I have 5 children in spirit of my own, right? But at least 3 of my children here incarnated, their spirits know that I love them. And I want to have all of the time that I lost back. And more. I know that I will be blessed with that. I'm going to live longer than I would have had the courts not taken my youngest daughter from me, than if the courts had not taken my middle son from me, than if the courts had not taken my oldest daughter from me. I'm going to live long enough to experience those years and then some. And although their time with me, you could never monetize their time, those precious memories and feelings and emotions and connection, that precious sensation of the experience between the 2 of us in those time frames and those age brackets. You can't monetize that loss of time to be immersed in each other's love and attention and experience. they're going to monetize it, and they're going to monetize it, and I'm going to get, and, I mean, well over what I'm expecting, over 3 times that expectational margin. That they're going to pay me in monetary hours and in time, spiritual court and time, and the courts of the 3D governmental realm in money monetization, because I claim it. I claim it. I command it. I command it. 2034. When I looked at that, 231, 234. I'm sorry, 234, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my world too. Yes, of course it belongs to you, and you, and you, and you, and all of us. And no, I didn't create it all on my own. And no, you didn't create it all on your own. We are creating it together. But I get to have some fucking say in it. I'm not just going to sit around and say, oh, it worked out kind of bad when I went and did what I wanted to do, so I'm not going to go and do what I wanted to do. Or I'm not going to go and do what I want to do. But here's the thing. I knew it was going to turn out kind of iffy. And I didn't even really want to go, because it doesn't make me feel good to be around my kids when other people later on make me feel bad about being around my kids. But I don't even want to be around my kids when it's good being around my kids, because I'm crying out of the knowledge that I gotta wait another 6 months to see him. Or who knows if this is going to be the last time because my sister-in-law gets mad, or, you know, whatever. Why would you want to create more problems for me to be around them? Like, why would anyone want to make more problems for a mother and a child, or a mother and her children, to be near each other? Oh, because you're the other mother? Oh, no. 22, when I look at the clock. No. You seem to think you are the mother, right? Fine. You are the everything if you want to be. But why make the other mother feel like shit and go through all types of shit and shovel the shit and cry about the shit and be deprived of the shit and be the odd man out of the shit and why put more on somebody you've already shit on? Well, I mean, why the hell not? Right? Why the hell not? If you can, why wouldn't you? That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. 23/11. 3/11 is my birthday. It's also a band. I know I say that. that's how I say it every time I see 11. I don't know. 23 minutes on here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I love you guys. You can bliss out, bitch, but please don't bliss out on liquor. That's not a bliss out thing. That's actually a depressant. Okay. It may help you lose some inhibition, all inhibition. Okay. However, all depressants make you lose inhibition. All of them do. Don't just say, oh, alcohol makes you lose inhibition, but you can still make decisions. Alcohol but on, this and this may be both opioids, but on this you can remember what you're doing, and this you can't. You don't black out. No, it's the same. It's one and the same. Whenever you are engulfed in any sort of addiction of any kind, whether it be shopping, whether it be gambling, whether it be drinking, working, like if you're a workaholic, whenever you're not being present while you're at work, usually what you're doing is, I want to say ruminating on the problem. But what you should be doing is listening for answers. I guess that's really all I have to say. And if you're drinking, smoking, shopping, gambling, ruminating on the problem, if you're in analysis paralysis, nothing else exists around you. Nothing. You're not present. Someone, I could have this, I could be listening to this right now. Not speaking it, but listening to it right now. And I could be hoping that the person that's listening to me is listening to this. But do you know what? This whole video, if I play it back later on to me, something may have triggered me at 4 minutes in. And right now, all I'm hearing is wah, 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 wah. I don't even know what street I'm on. I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Where the hell are we going tonight? What's going on? Gone. The entire message is gone. It was so loud, Harry. Hi. Again, what are we talking about here? I'm triggered. To be honest, I am high. I just took a half a gummy. Stoned out of my mind. I don't remember. What are we talking about? What's the message? Who's bringing the message? Who said what about what now? Hi, Harry. Yeah, Harry says hi. That's for real. That's good news. 8:01. I probably haven't breathed in the last 4 minutes. I love you. I really hope you love yourself. Bliss out, bitch. Don't get too high. Try to focus. I love you, meow, meow, meow. I love you. Don't forget that you do need to shower. It helps clean off all the culminated energy. So you can come back down into your body and go, oh yeah, what brings me joy? My kids. Oh yeah, what keeps me away from my kids? Getting too high and popping off on somebody, or popping off on somebody and then having to get so high you forget everything that just happened in the last 3 weeks. And it's like, it's now fucking September. You know what I'm saying? Please. I know it's hard to open your mail, woman, but nobody else is going to open your mail. No one. You have no savior coming for you. Except for you. Are you Harry? Yeah. But it's in the nuances. This little hairy lady loves you, doesn't she? Yeah. So would Marcy. Marcy chimed in that time. I love you. Like in, we just watched Inside Out 2, me and my kiddos. Like when they're all like giving this huge hug. They're all coming in for like a squad hug, right? Do that. She calms down. She takes that breath. She hugs herself. She stops thinking. She's in the void, the still, the abyss. No one else is coming to save you. But you're doing amazing. You got this, bitch. It's the mom in you giving you a great big hug. As within, so without. Your mama loves you. I love you. Your mom loves you. I mean, I'm not talking about being your mom. I'm talking about your real life, your everyday mom. Whether she be in this existence or on the spiritual plane, or maybe we're talking about like 6 lifetimes before now. That mom. The God in you loves you. God loves you. Source loves you. It may not seem like it, but I mean, sometimes it's doing like the best thing for us. Like, try some broccoli, just give it a thank you taste. And, you know, you're bound up. Or, you know, something. And it's giving you broccoli, man, and oof, you just cannot, you can't do it. You know, they're not mad at you for not eating the broccoli. They're just, like, worried. So then you know what they do the next day? They bring home blueberry pie and ice cream. Right. I hate blueberries, man, but I love me some blueberry pie. And that's not even true anymore. I think I used to just say that I hated blueberries because I don't know. I didn't want to have to go with my family there. I wanted to go on my own. And then I could never find the time to just go on my own just to see my grandparents. I wanted to talk to them alone. Because whenever I was with my family over there, it was like, it was almost like that was the only place that I hadn't asked for help yet. Anyways, they love you too. You know, your grandparents, your grandma, your grandpa, they love you. Your family loves you. They can only love you here while in this physical plane. They can only love you the way they were taught to love. You have to love you the way you know how good loving feels. Like the kind that feels good, you love you that way. So that at least you're getting love that way. And I mean, you can try to love them that way too. But it scares the shit out of them. They feel like you're trying to show them up. And therefore you get even less, right? Even less. And I mean, the mirrors, oh, try tripping on those mirrors, right? Try putting those mirrors up. One looking at another, at another, at another. I digress because we're not going that route. I know. Because we are beautiful. Yes, we are. You better shine on them, baby. You a star. Alright. I love you guys. Yes, I do. And I love me too. Unconditional. Platonic. What's the other words? Platonic. Unconditionally. Agape. I don't know. There's like 12 ways to love a wolf, right? I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I have to hop in the shower. I have to go pick up my daughter. I'm going to go bring her to work. I don't have to do these things. I get to do these things. I get to go take a shower, pick up my daughter. I get to bring her to work. I get to probably go down to my storage unit. I get to organize some things there, find some things that I'm going to sell on Marketplace, get my gettings together, and get them good. So I will talk to you later. I love you. Bye.